Al, it's time for a love triangle.
It's true.
Kind of. I guess.
Yes, I can think of one.
It's a triangle.
No, I actually have an idea on this.
A triangle. That's a square. No, what? That's a square. Triangle. I can do
No,
shapes.
I really do have an idea.
Well, alrighty. We'll get into that this week here on Jared and Al Watch Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club.
Mm-hmm.
It is episode number... I forgot what episode number it is. I looked this up beforehand and I should have remembered, but I didn't.
Oh, no.
17. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Howe and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing season 2, episode number 4, called I Love Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's time for a triangle of love, of eyes.
Oh, God, that sounds terrifying. Sound like Eldritch horror stuff.
We begin this episode and they're all chit-chatting about the Quartz show, how it got a good reception and everything.
Everybody loved it.
Everybody was very jazzed about it. Feeling very good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I wants to do an online show because she's like, hey, people can't always come to the
Here.
show, so let's do an online show. That way they can all see it. Yay.
Yay.
Kanta's like, I can watch it when I'm sleepy. Yay.
Yay.
Except she's there, so she can't.
Rip.
So yeah.
She's always sleepy, so she always could watch it, and it'd
True.
be fine.
True. I thought like this was interesting because like obviously the online lives were a big thing.
Yep.
That was spawned from the pandemic and everything. So like, makes sense to incorporate that into this as like a thing that you could do.
Mm-hmm.
So
These things exist.
these things exist, yes. So yeah, I's like very excited to do that, and then like Emma asks Karen like, "Do you want to do a subunit too?" And Karen's like, "No."
I like being
No.
in competition with people, not
don't
working
wanna.
together with them.
So yeah, there's that. And then we see Karen out looking at clothes, and she looks at these panda outfits and is just like, "Huh." And then I shows up and is like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's with her friend Misato, who's like an older girl who was like a neighbor to I. They grew up together. She was
sister.
Yeah, she's a character from All Stars, so that's how we know her. This is her first time in the anime though, so she's here. I and Misato are out celebrating Misato's release from the hospital, and they're like, "Hey, Karen, do you want to come with us?" And she's like, "Okay, I guess." So they go bowling, and I and Karen are just like having this big competition between each other.
This is when I texted you. I was like, is this how they're going to form Diver Divas over bowling? They're going to realize they like competing together. Not quite, but
They don't get a chicken though, which is very disappointing.
it's the most disappointing.
So yeah, they bowl, they have a close game, and then they go off and do some more stuff. They play darts, which is funny because like it was very much the darts. I forget what it's called. It's like live darts or something like that from the Yakuza series that they licensed for those games.
Yeah.
Like it was that interface very clearly.
It definitely was.
And then they went and play like arcade games. They'd play some Taiko. They did the claw game.
I love
got
that they
little
both yelled
pandas.
Taiko at the
Yeah.
same time.
So they got
Yeah, they
little
got
panda
three pandas.
keychains to celebrate their fun times together.
Friends.
And then they went and got food, which I thought that was like Ai's restaurant because it very clearly looked like the restaurant that they used in the game in All Stars.
Mhm.
But the way she was talking about it made it seem like that wasn't her restaurant.
Yeah, it made it sound like it was a different restaurant.
Because there's like, oh, we know you run one of these restaurants or you work at one of these because you're able to do all this stuff.
And I think if had been hers, they would be like, oh man, like you're really showing your expertise at your restaurant or something
Yeah.
like that.
It was weird.
It was weird. It was also weird that she just like grabbed that with her hands straight off the big flat top. I forget what that's
She
called.
is dangerous. The grill.
The grill, yeah.
She's dangerous. Dangerous driver.
She's a dangerous driver.
Yeah, she just grabs at her off there and he's like, oh,
I'm like, oh
I'm
God,
going to eat this.
your hands.
But yeah,
Yikes.
that ends their fun day together, and then Karin's out doing more shopping and runs into Misato at a bookstore, and is just like, "Hey, what's up with you?
Hey, you into English?
What's going on with you? Why are you faking smiles and all this sort of stuff? What's wrong with you?" And then Misato's like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'm sad. Not doing great. Things aren't well." And then Karin runs into and I's like, "Hey, do you think something's wrong with sister?" And Karin's like, you mean yeah? And I's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go fix this. See you later." Karin's like,
Goodbye.
"No, you shouldn't. You should just let her do her thing." She's like, "No, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna do this." So like, I goes after Misato and is like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" And then Misato goes very dark here,
Very dark.
talking about like how like, being in the hospital, all her friends left her because like she'd been in and out, so she couldn't really hang out with them and everything. But I was the one who was like there trying to cheer her up all the time and everything.
Baby eye.
And then she became a school idol. That was cool, but Misato has like nothing in her life. She doesn't know what to do. She's just real depressed and just like, "I can't handle this anymore. I don't know what to do."
I just
Too
realized that
much.
based on this thought that my triangle is not as much of a triangle. Because this is where I was thinking like that the triangle is kind of like her at the center and I having to struggle with like fun times and being idle and how she's like struggling on whether she's gonna give one up.
Yeah.
Um, so that's less of a triangle than I was thinking initially when I came into this episode. But anyway, that was my idea of a love triangle.
It's a line.
It's a line. It's the best I got, okay?
Yeah. So we go back to the rest of the club, who is all of them minus I and Karin, and they're just like chit chatting, making posters and everything, filming
Is this
some
where the
stuff.
film in 4K?
Yeah, filming in 4K. He was like, "Oh, we got this camera and it's great." I did like how they're like, "Oh, should we do little countdowns till the live like they do in like real life on social media?" And then they're like, "Well, where's I and Karin?" And they're like, "Oh, Karin went to go watch I practice." And then it cuts to them, and I is just real bummed about what happened and everything. It's just like, I don't know what to do anymore. What do I do? I don't feel like I can do this idol stuff anymore. This sucks. And Karin's just like, "Okay, well, if you do that, I'll do your live show. I'll take your fans and everything. I'll show them how much better I am than you."
I'm gonna also take your sister.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Misato as well. And I's like, "No,
No.
no, I don't want this. This sucks. No, I'm not quitting. I ain't quitting. I ain't no quitter. I'll fight you." And then basically I's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna quit, but also like, hey, you should perform with me, and we'll do." But not necessarily like performance because like we want to perform together, but like we're gonna compete with each other within the song. And Karin's
Compete
like,
on the stage.
"Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I can deal with that." And
Sure.
I do like how they kind of framed this as like these two are very competitive, and they've very much established that throughout the series and everything. Like these
Yep.
two are probably like the most competitive within the group of like wanting to be rivals with others and all that sort of stuff. So like
Yep.
having them fuel that by like using that competitive energy to just be like, well, let's compete with each other, but also we'll do our own thing and like use that competitive energy to fuel this unit together to make it something that the other girls can't do necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was real good, and also just like the way Karin like you said, reverse psychologied her, and being like, "Well, I'm gonna do this, this, and this," and I was like, "No,
No.
no, I don't want that." It's very good. Also, they fist bump at the end, which is also very good.
Always good when you get a fist bump.
We head to their performance, which it is in front of people. I thought like the way they were framing it like originally was as like it was just gonna be I with a nobody stage.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
But then there's actually people there, but they're just filming it to stream it out and all that sort of stuff. Interesting outfits.
Interesting outfits. They have the weird circle hats.
Yes. Rita goes up to I and like calms her down at one point. He's
That
like,
was
"You're
so
gonna do
cute.
great. You're gonna do good. Don't worry."
So cute.
And he's like, "Wah!" Misato's still very bummed and not doing well, but she pulls up the stream just to watch and see what's gonna go happen and everything. And then we get the song "Eternal Light," Starts off with some English. They do a little dancing. They have their Hollywood Squares backdrop that they jump in and out of. I raps in it. It's just very good.
Very good.
We get more like card art from All Stars and everything scattered throughout, and also like Diver Diva outfits as well.
I was really glad to see some of the cool All Stars outfits. We didn't get the neat like animated art like we did in the court show, but it's okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, very Diver Diva esque song, which is not really surprising, but it fits their motif of what they've been doing as a subunit in real life as well. So
yes, and I texted you. I I did not like how many like bottom up shots there were with this.
that's weird.
Because they don't usually do that.
No.
I mean, they might throw one in here and there, and I get that this is more of like the sexy subunit here, but like I'm glad they were wearing shorts because otherwise we would have had a lot of upskirts.
Yeah, it was weird. They did end as well with the space logo they used for their fan meeting.
Yep.
Which I thought was a very good touch.
Yep.
And then Misato shows up in the front row, and Ai's like, "Whoa, you're here! Cool!" And Misato's like, "Yeah, that was very good. Can I be your fan now?" And Ai's like, "Yeah, yeah." And then Karin runs into Misato afterwards, and she's buying the English book now, and she's like, "Oh, you were interested in this? Ho 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 ho!" And Misato's like, "Yeah, I gotta study now. I gotta do the thing."
Karin's playing like 40 chess out here.
She is. So yeah, that all happens. We go to credits, and then we have post-credit scene where Lanju's performing again, and Shioriko shows up, and Shioriko's like, "Hey, that was good. I see that people should be on stage that should be on their own stage." Also, I guess we should mention as well that they put Shioriko in charge of the whole culture festival, school idol festival stuff.
I was about to mention that we didn't talk about that.
Which I guess is a way to give her like a power position without giving her student council president.
Right.
At least for the time being, which makes sense. But yeah, Shioriko's like, "Yeah, this is good. People should be on the stage that they should be on. Good job." And then Kaoruko shows up, and Shioriko's like, "Huh? What? Why are you here?"
Hello, sister.
So yeah, that is how we end our episode. Getting everyone from All Stars in.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Shioriko's storyline goes down. Also, we got to see some dog in the post-credit scene.
Shizuku's dog.
He's a good dog.
Shizuku's like, "I'm confused about something," and the dog's like, "Hello, I'm a dog.
I'm a big dog.
I'm a big dog."
I forget what her dog's name is.
Ophelia?
That sounds right. Big doggo.
Big dog. We got some trivia and stuff because we recorded this late enough, I guess, that it's on the wiki page.
Yay.
This episode marks the first appearance of Misato Kawamoto from the All-Stars game, with Yui Ishikawa reprising her role. Also, Kaoruko Mifune eventually appears in the end of the episode after making a cameo appearance in the opening, with Yoko Hikasa reprising her role. This episode serves as the origin story for the Diver Diva subunit. Unlike previous episodes, this only lasted for one episode. And then during Diver Diva's performance, some frames in the MV reference the girls' UR cards and Love Live School Idol Festival All-Stars. This episode also serves as the third time a dark blue-haired and a blonde-haired character interact with each other in the franchise after Nozomi and Ellie and Kanan and Mari. They love those color combinations.
Apparently.
And then Lanju performs Utopia for the third time. She performed for the second time off-screen in overlapping colors.
Yep.
So there you go. Next time, we will be discussing season 2, episode number 5, called "Dreamland is Now Open," which presumably will be the Azunia subunit arc.
That would be my assumption based off the title.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be another single episode arc, or if they're going to expand it to 2 or what. But yeah, we're going to get the Azunia stuff next time, at least starting, maybe completed. Who knows? But yeah, that's what we'll be talking about next week.
Oh, wait a second. We didn't talk the panda symbolism.
Tell me about the panda symbolism.
They had the panda keychains, and they were like Karin's and eyes were facing forward. They had the panda face forward.
Yes.
Sisters had it flipped around, so it was like panda butt. Um, until the very end when everything like came together after she saw the show, and then it was flipped to the face again. And I was like, yay! Little panda keychain symbolism.
There you go.
Cute. Anyway, continue.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode.
Yep.
So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. It's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You'll also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next time as the Dreamland opens up.
Mm-hmm.